Congresswoman Nancy Mace out of South Carolina, welcome back here and good morning to you. We now know the Guard's going to leave in mid-March. What's wrong with this weekend?
Well, it should be right now today. I mean, this is the capital of supposedly the freest country in the world being protected by miles and miles of razor wire draped fencing. Like, who are we protecting ourselves from? Our American citizens should be free to visit the Capitol. And one of the issues that we have when we're faced with a crisis and post-crisis is that we start to take our freedoms away. And the biggest challenge in doing that is that it's really hard to take it back. We were told this fencing and the National Guard were going to be here for a few weeks. A few weeks may turn into a few months. And I've even heard rumors that it could go into the fall. And so we've got to put a stop to it right now. And ironically, I hate politics. It's the reason I got into politics, because I hate the hypocrisy that we see in politics. And we're seeing it now. We have the left who wants to fund this border security around the Capitol, but they don't want to fund a border wall at our southern border. And I don't understand it at all.
So this immigration bill that the White House is putting forward today, it's going to get a lot of attention. I want to hear from you about what do you think the fault lines are going to be? I read a piece today that said that the White House is under no illusions about how difficult the politics of this is going to be, even while they try to pass $2 trillion worth of COVID relief, and we heard up to $3 to $4 trillion on an infrastructure bill.
Right. And we don't have the money. We're talking about $1.9 trillion that we just don't have. We're talking about $30 trillion in debt. We're going to be adding to it. And my question is, how are we going to afford to pay for all of this? And literally nobody in this country, no one in D.C. is actually talking about how we're going to cut some spending elsewhere to fund this. We have huge infrastructure needs in this country. And right now, I mean, we want to be a part of it. This is something Republicans and Democrats want to work on together. But how are we going to fund it?
Well, aren't they going to raise taxes? I mean, that's the next step. And they're telegraphing that from the White House.
Right. And the decisions that are being made right now, they're going to affect small businesses, which is the backbone of jobs in this country. We are going to hurt our economy. We're going to hurt jobs. We cannot raise taxes on hardworking Americans who are just trying to put food on the table, put gas in the tank, and get their kids back to school. We have much larger issues right now. And if we don't make these decisions about the American people, we're going to continue to hurt the American people.
On immigration, here's the idea. 8-year path to citizenship, 3 years if you're a DACA recipient. Would award green cards to immigrants who pay taxes and applies to immigrants who arrive before the year 2021. There's a certain rich irony happening in Washington, don't you think? I mean, you referred to it. You're putting up a wall around the Capitol, and you're preventing one from continuing on the southwest border.
I don't know how you can do this and not have border security or a border wall be part of the conversation. All this talk about unity and working together, we can't have one-sided legislation, one-sided policies and ideas and not work together. This is not what the American people deserve. And we're hurting right now. We're struggling. People are out of work. Kids are out of schools. We have people desperate to get vaccinations. These are the things that should really be our focus right now for the future of our country.
Indeed. I see you're there. You're there in Charleston. What are people on the ground saying there to you? Because you got to go home for this week to touch base with everybody. You've been in D.C. for a few weeks.
Right. And when I'm in district, when I'm home in Charleston, I'm somewhere in the district every single day. I'm meeting with people. The issue that I've been hearing this week has been largely based around our debt. As we continue to discuss the $1.9 trillion, I'm hearing that every single day right now. People are really worried, and it's something that literally nobody is talking about.
So interesting that issue comes back around. Thank you so much, Congresswoman.
Nice
Great to have you.
Thank you.